With the world right around the corner, a ban list needs to be taken in place to completely shake up the meta. What's up, guys? It's Battleface TV. Let's get right into my ban list predictions. Alright guys, let's get into this ban list prediction. So start off with the bans. I have quite a few that I wanted to mention. First one being I'll be on the if I can spell. I'll be on the Sanctifier Dragon. This card just enables a bunch of dumb FTKs like the Gimmick Puppet FTK where they just summon Gimmick Puppet using I'll be on the Sanctifier Dragon. I think this card's really dumb and really degenerate as it's just not fun to play against branded, especially when you don't open Ash or any way to interact with them. They just like straight up FTK you, and that is not fun to play against. So I believe this card should be banned. A lot of people were saying that you should ban either Gimmick Puppet or Ido or both, and I don't think that's going to be the case. It's more so the card that's committing the crime. It's the reason why Branded Expulsion got banned. And I'll be on the Sanctifier Dragon just being Expulsion on legs is toxic. So that's one of the bans that I have right now. One of the big three, as I like to call it, the big three that need to be banned. The second one's obviously Beatrice, Lady the Eternal. This card has to go, man. Being able to dump any card from your main deck to the graveyard, just being able to dump Ghost Meets Girl, a Graceful Mayakashi, or even Angel Blue Tears to set Dimensional Barrier from your deck. It's just so dumb. And I think this card has to go in order for the format to get healthy. Any format where you can make a rank 6 easily is just dumb. So I think this card has to go. And the next card, enabling FTKs is King Calamity. Again, if I can spell my cards, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. This card just enables a lot of dumb, you just can't play the game, man. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh's meant to be able to play and interact, but you can't interact with this card. You can't even judgment this card. It's so dumb. But that's it for like the big three that need to be banned: Sanctifier, Beatrice, and Calamity. More into like the other bans I think should go. One of them is a bit controversial, which is Moon of the Closed Heaven. This card is a generic link 2. People aren't even using it for its effect. It's just a light fiend, which is used to make Requiem and get all into your Fiendsmith stuff. The Fiendsmith stuff should not be this generic, bro. Like, everybody and their mother's playing Fiendsmith in decks that have Moon of the Closed Heaven. This card has got to go, man. Like, I love the concept of Moon, but it should not have been a light fiend. If anything, it should have been like a dark fiend. It should have been anything but a light fiend. Its effect is really good for clearing up like sticky board states, but just being able to use it as another fodder for link material is just so bad. And then on the topic of other bans I need to go, with addressing Snake Eye, there's two ways you could really go about addressing Snake Eye, which is like hitting all the Fiendsmith stuff is fine, but with my prediction having Moon on here, or hitting like the direct cards. Obviously cards like Flamberge and Oak are up for consideration, or OSS. I think the right call is just to straight up kill the deck. So I am putting Snake Eye's Flamberge Dragon on the ban list. I think this card has to go. It's a walking soul charge. Being able to spell trap zone any monster and then just summoning it out during your opponent's turn, making IP into SP really disgusting. And I think that's really it for the bans I have myself. So let's get into the limits here. The first limit I have, obviously, just another Snake Eye hit here. It's gonna be, if I can spell, Snake Eye Ash to 1. Just hit consistency to the deck. And with another hit to Snake Eye, I believe Bonfire should, if I can frickin' spell, my life would be easier. Bonfire to 1 should also happen as well, because this card is just another starter. And while we're hitting starters, everybody's talking about hitting Wanted Seeker Sinful Spoils to 1. And while that card is really good and enables you to get another draw, I think the correct way to go about hitting this card is actually hitting Diabellstar. Hitting Diabellstar to 1. While it doesn't kill like Wanted is like a really good card, but Dia Bellstar is really where the money comes from. Like this card enables, this card is really good in your hand to start off with, and that's why people are playing 3 Wanted, 3 Witch. And I believe the package in other non-Snake Eye decks are 3 Wanted, 1 Witch, 1 Original. And with this package getting a reprint, I think that Dia Bellstar should go to 1 just to hit again the consistency of fire decks and Snake Eyes in general. And I think that's enough Snake Eye hate I have now. So I think we should move on to other decks. Yubel being the second best deck in the room, I believe. Hitting Opening of the Spirit Gates to 1. Just while we can't hit any of the new cards like Nightmare Throne or Phantom, we can hit Opening the Spirit Gates, which just allows them to get into their engine more smoothly, and it just enables them to get more combos that way, and they can add on some really disgusting boards. So just hitting the consistency of Yubel right now is fine, because this deck has been around for a while. So that's it really for Yubel. I think another hit that I would have, which is a bit controversial, is Dimension Shifter to 1. Oh, I forgot another ban. Before we talk about Shifter, I'm gonna take this out. Before we talk about Shifter, there's another ban I wanted to speak on, which is Protos. Protos should be banned. I don't know why this card was ever brought back into the game. It's just Ritual Beast can make Banshee search Flag and then search Protos, which I thought was going to be stopped, and I think this is really, really just bad for the game. But yeah, just like being able to not play the game by Ritual Beast players just saying summon Protos, call Fire, or call Dark, and just lock the 2 best decks out of the game, they just can't play. So that's it pretty much for the bans. And I was getting into Shifter here. Shifter. Dimension Shifter should go to 1. I don't think this card should be banned, but alongside limiting like Degenerate Floodgates, Shifter is probably the most talked about controversial card. When it came out, it wasn't that big of a deal during Toss format, but now with just decks that can abuse it like Flu, like Kashtira, Ritual Beast, and Tenpai, who does like to have stuff in their graveyard, but just Shifter, they have to play Shifter. It's just like a really good blowout in this like format. So really, moving on to hits that hit other decks, Tenpai clearly being the third best deck in the room. I think that all the cards are way too new to hit. So everybody wants Tengen Summoning to 1, Tengen Kaiman to 1. And even an interesting hit would be Transcendent Dragion to 1, the level 10 that says you can't activate cards or effects in the battle phase. It makes Kashtira Unicorn really, really strong. I think that's probably one of the best cards in the game right now, because just being able to like rip the 1 important extra deck card, which is really, really powerful. So just limiting Shifter is just a really, really good way to hit the deck. And another way to hit Tenpai is, I believe this card has been like talked about in a lot of Banlist predictions, but I think Prosperity should go to 1. Being able to see the top 11 cards of your deck at the start of a game, and just being able to pick and choose what you want is pretty broken. Only at the cost of half your basically a fifth, a third of your extra deck, and like Tenpai can just kill right through it. So this card should go to 1, just as a consistency hit. And then that's it. That's really it for the main like from unlimited to 1 cards that I have. The cards that I have from 0 to 1, first of all, Plush Fire. This card has an errata. It's gonna come back to 1. And just like cards that do have an errata, I believe Summon Sorceress also got an errata, so this card will also be coming back to 1. I believe this card, they fixed it to where it's like not as abusable now. I think it's a pretty good hit, a pretty good unban. And that's it really it for the bans and limited section. I think we can move on to the semi-limited section. Well, I do want to put the Dragon Rulers on here. They haven't been doing a lot, so I'm just gonna put all the Dragon Rulers here. Dragon Ruler. Yeah, we're gonna put all the Dragon Rulers to 2. Redox, Tidal, And there's one more, right? There should be one more dragon ruler. Tempest. I think. Yeah, Tempest. All the dragon rulers should be at 2. They haven't done anything at 1, so just having it at 2 would be a nice consistency, more consistency to the deck, which I think is really, really good. And then for the unlimited section, Pankratops is the clear prime favorite to come off the ban list. Please give us Pankratops back. This card has to come back to 3. If Fenrir can be at 3, Pankratops can be at 3. Another one I have would be Armageddon Knight. Yeah, here we go, finally. Armageddon Knight to 3. It went from 1 to 2. I think it's time Armageddon Knight can come back. I forgot about one more thing. Floodgates. They're not fun to play against. So the question is, where am I going to put Skill Drain? I think Skill Drain should go to 1. Again, this card's pretty degenerate. Again, it's the older cards that have like less text. It's so dumb. But I think this is it for the ban list, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.